Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Right now, I'd like to do the presentation of 6 associated diseases during the dry season to watch out for. For what? For the climate change. Okay. 6 associated diseases during the dry season to watch out for the extreme hot weather conditions that cover several areas in Indonesia will contribute to the lack of water supply and the development of several accompanying diseases that usually come together with the dry season. These commodities are caused by a lack of clean water supply and water contamination with E. coli bacteria. A small supply of water will make viruses and bacteria concentrated and become more abundant in the available water supply. The next one, apart from that, dry conditions accompanied by humidity are also one of the factors that will be at risk of causing several accompanying diseases of the dry season that we need to be aware of together, including in the following: diarrhea, vomiting, influenza, cough and cold, respiratory tract infection or ARI, eye disease. By knowing some of the accompanying diseases of the dry season above, it is hoped that preventive steps such as meeting the daily water needs of the body, using masks, and taking vitamins can be done as early as possible to avoid exposure to the above diseases. Immediately do an examination at the nearest health facility if you experience the symptoms of the disease above, so that you can immediately get fast and appropriate treatment and get an early diagnosis of the symptoms that appear. Continue to apply a clean lifestyle and carry out COVID-19 vaccinations to strengthen the formation of herd immunity in Indonesian society, so that the chain of transmission of COVID-19 can be broken and active case control can run well. Okay, that's all my own presentation about the theme of 6 associated disease during the dry season to watch out for the extreme hot weather conditions in Indonesia. So, is there any questions? Maybe from Ilham? It's okay. Not yet?
What things that can we do at dry season to prevent from getting this disease?
Commonly, it's kind of, we have to decrease all of the facts, like such as like the greenhouse or the transportation, air pollutions. Maybe it's also decreasing the contamination of diseases in Indonesia, as we've known that many of garbages along the river, along the sea, or anything else like that, the Indonesians themselves very less decrease the response of the governments, what it reacts, how to control and decrease the garbages, and also the public transportation use. And also, not only like public transportation that I'd like to discuss about these ones to you, but transportation exactly like angkot around Jakarta. We got to know that many of them don't wanna like exactly take their own patience to lift up the passengers in that car or in that like a minibus or anything else like that. Not only transportation, factory. We have to decrease the air pollution in that factory. Many of factories like Indonesia, the factory owners always use the Indonesians to create their own products or to design or to sew or to cook about their own products in that factory. So that's why many of the factory like gases or anything else like that, it could never be supplied of its own energy. Because we could feel like diarrhea, cough, and also what exactly uh, influenza, respiratory tract infection or ARI, and also the eye disease. But COVID-19, it's very different. I'm very sorry to hear about the COVID-19, but COVID-19 is not including on this what the exact statement about the disease in the dry season. But COVID-19 basically from the Chinese, when the Chinese consume too much of the inappropriate animals such as bats or maybe dogs or I'm so sorry even cats. Because why? In China themselves, okay, not even COVID-19 they could create up, but it's government that we all together valid here in this country, not only in this country as Indonesian, but we can feel it across the globe, maybe like in United Kingdom, in Canada, or in United Emirates, or in Argentina or many of that countries. And in Asia right now, since the Joko's era till 2015 to 2024, 2023, the Joko is responsible about decreasing the garbages or the COVID-19 spreads. Very getting well, and also very the government's well response about it. Anything else about it, Bintang? You would like to ask me about? Okay.
And one more question.
From Mr. Sato.
What has government done to reduce the decreasing quality of care in Jakarta?
The first thing, as I wanna take the example of our neighborhood country, like in Malaysia, during the transportation tax payments in any dealer, the transportation dealers, they also increase the prices. So that's why the Malaysians never try to buy the car, even a motorcycle, but they always use the public transportation, such as Indonesia there are MRT or LRT. So that's why they quote the public transportations as usual. That the government of Indonesia has to do it also like in Malaysia. Not only Indonesia could also handle the COVID-19 spreads, but we have to decrease the air pollution by giving something like the huge transportation tax to Indonesians that we have probably been warned by the government of Indonesia never using our transportation such as cars and motorcycle anymore. That's how to decrease of the transportation use in Indonesia. In Jakarta, my mom could not go to the office because my mom always complain about Jakarta's air pollution, about why Jakarta is very bad right now, not between in the COVID-19 spreads, because my mom always WFH working from home, because my mom was feeling tired and so bored, and also something that people could never go out when Jakarta's air pollution was really bad. Yeah, maybe from Aisyah.
Aisyah, do you wanna add something, Aisyah?
No, yeah, okay.
Sure.
You sure? Anything else? No? Okay, that's all?
Yes.
Okay, that's all my students. Thank you very much to hear about my own presentation and also the Q&As. Okay, billahi taufiq walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.